Igor found out by chance that his wife was cheating on him. He opened her laptop to check the weather, and there was an open letter with very unambiguous content. Looking at the signature, Igor immediately recognized this guy. He went to his literary courses. Igor himself introduced them. It seems, at the premiere of some film, this Vladik then came up to say hello. Igor casually introduced his wife, not even suspecting that this moment was the beginning of their betrayal. How they sang together, he had no idea. This Vladik was very talented. At 23 years old, he had not yet been published anywhere, but he wrote with integrity and freshness. Igor even recommended that he submit his stories to some competitions. In fact, this Vladik reminded Igor of himself in his youth, both in character and manner of writing. They were even similar in appearance, so it is not surprising that his wife chose him. It was Igor who consoled himself, but in reality he was furious. He was not going to be humiliated by the showdown, so he simply packed his suitcase and went to live in a hotel. Lily said he was having a midlife crisis and wanted to be alone. If Lily had even made a scene, cried, or tried to figure out what was wrong, he might not have left. He loved his wife deeply, was married to her and planned to grow old next to her. But Lilia indifferently raised her eyebrows, muttered something incomprehensible, held the door while he tried to pull out his suitcase, and said goodbye. If you get mad, call. He could have told her that when she gets mad, he can call, but he said nothing. What a shame. My daughter called first. She studied bioinformatics, came home twice a year, on New Year's holidays, and took a week out of the summer holidays, hiding all the time in a stuffy room. The sunny climate in Moscow was not suitable for her skin prone to tumors, which is why she left for the darkest city, where it was time to film the new Twilight series, to Kaliningrad. Dad, are you okay? Are you depressed? I have contacts of one doctor. I have already made an appointment for you. I always said that your novels are too dark. It seems to me that you just turned into this hero of yours. Her daughter was interrupted by Igor. I don't have any depression. Everything is fine. Don't worry. How is it not? You left your mother for no reason. How do you understand this? You've been blowing specks of dust off her all your life. Or then the daughter's voice was filled with suspicion and wariness. Or have you found someone? Igor would have told her where and who appeared, but he only answered, no, baby, don't worry. You don't have to live with your evil stepmother. You'll say the same. The daughter laughed, but Igor felt that his answer reassured her. Okay, then go to the doctor. I'll send you the address and time by email. There was no use arguing with my daughter. My son called next. He studied in England and so wished it. Igor didn't even understand how he turned out to be so smart. At the age of 16, Andreyuka communicated almost as equals with candidates of science. Igor thought that he would now also give a lecture about depression and dopamine, but his son said, if you leave your mother, I will not talk to you. Yes, Andrei was a typical mama's boy, and Freud can be studied from him. I'm not leaving her. Igor answered carefully, we'll just live separately for a while. If you're not home by the holidays, you're no longer my father. So we talked. It's okay that he pays for his son's studies. Lily hasn't lifted a finger in her entire life. She's just listed as a director at the House of Culture. She puts on children's plays, but the salary there is 3 kopecks, and Igor is an eminent author, whose circulation instantly sells out. And not only in Russia. If only they could close the money tap for all of them. But Igor was not ready for such meanness. The last one to call was my mother-in-law, Igorisha. We have an emergency. While you are nursing your depression at the hotel, your wife has gone down the drain. If you don't come home immediately, she'll disappear. Mom sighed. Igor. The days of Anna Karenina are long gone. No, you don't understand me. She recently came with such a scoundrel. He's good enough to be her son. It's not my problem anymore. Igor answered and hung up. Life gradually got better. After all, he was not the first and not the last whose wife left him. He worked even better alone. Mild depression, which his daughter's doctor easily dealt with, helped him write another dark novel that sold well and promised a film adaptation. By the way, he didn't like this doctor at all. He asked in too much detail how Anechka was doing and when she planned to return. He saw gray hair in the mirror. From time to time, Igor was invited to be a member of the jury of various literary competitions. But this time he did not refuse. He liked teaching, liked discovering new talents. He was not one of those greedy authors who are afraid of competition. When he picked up this manuscript and read the name of the author, the sheets of paper burned his hands almost to blisters. They also say that manuscripts do not burn. Igor put it aside and for a long time did not dare to read it. He even wanted to refuse, give it to someone else. But curiosity is his only sin. Okay, not the only one, but the leader. He expected to see anything there, but not this. The novel was piercing and bright. He even forgot that he was reading the same Vladik. The work skillfully intertwined magic and reality, but that was not the main thing. The main thing is the love story of the protagonist for a beautiful woman, whose heart he could not conquer. Igor understood that he needed to stop reading. It's like spying on or reading other people's letters. The whole story of adultery and his wife was described in such detail. At the end, she abandoned the main character, explaining that she loved her husband and always had. The novel was great. Igor knew he had to put him on the short list. He called his mother-in-law. Well, how is our Anna Karenina? Suffers. The mother-in-law sighed. I'm busy with renovations. I want to eradicate the spirit of treason from the apartment. Well, okay. In fact, nothing was clear to Igor. He blocked Lilia in all messengers and even by email. Several times she watched for him near the university, the same one where he taught courses and met Vladik. But Igor passed by with a stony face, realizing with his mind that he was doing this in vain. He took the phone and unblocked her number, but he didn't call. She called herself the next day. Are you a witch or what? He asked with feigned cheerfulness. Why is it a witch? She was offended. How did you know that I returned your number from the blacklist? Lilia sniffed into the phone and answered. Actually, I call you every day. I'm waiting for you to unlock it. It was nice. They say you started renovations there. Yeah, and how it turns out. It's worse than staging plays. Lilia admitted. She staged terrible performances. Okay, I'll stop by today and have a look. Is it true? Lilia was happy, and that was nice too. Igor did not include the novel on the short list, and it wasn't revenge at all. He's just still a little raw. Let it continue to work. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe to our channel and you will the first listeners of another new story.